an error in Shawn Buford's charges gets discovered and corrected.
Hey, honey, how you doing? You okay?
Oh, hey Jeff. I'm just thinking about something.
Okay, what is it?
It's about Shawn Buford. A few weeks ago the WCPD got him arrested for child abuse, child neglect, child abandonment, falsification of police reports, and police corruption. But something about those charges doesn't quite add up.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, when I took Dan Easton to court, he mentioned Deacon and Simona acting racist and homophobic towards Officer Tanaka's daughter Sakura. But something about that claim doesn't make any sense.
You mean you think Dan Easton was lying about Deacon and Simona messing with Sakura?
More like there's more to what Shawn did that had something to do with those claims. And I think I need to check Deacon's criminal records and which reports have been falsified.
Okay, I guess.
At the police station.
Hey Sky. Just coming in here to let you know that, what are you looking at?
I'm looking over the police reports Shawn Buford falsified and cross-referencing them to Deacon's criminal record.
Didn't Shawn already get charged for falsifying the report on the corruption scandal at Springfield?
Yeah, but I think there's more to this story on the falsified reports than we already know. And I think it might have something to do with Dan Easton's claims about Deacon and Simona acting racist and homophobic towards Sakura Tanaka.
So what are you suggesting?
I may have a suspicion that Shawn might have something to do with these claims, so I'm trying to find out if the charges of racism that were pressed against Deacon and Simona are true or not.
Let me see what you found so far. Wait a minute. Sky, I think you might be onto something.
I am?
Judging by the looks of this, Shawn forged that report about Deacon and Simona assaulting Sakura Tanaka out of racism and homophobia, claiming that Charles Martel made that report. Deacon and Simona never messed with Sakura at all.
So an additional charge was pressed against Deacon and Simona for a crime they never committed. Alan, we gotta address this to the commissioner.
You got it, rookie.
Let me get this straight. Deacon and Simona were charged for assaulting Sakura Tanaka out of racism and homophobia when they actually never committed that crime.
Yes. That police report made against them was forged by Shawn Buford too.
This is completely unacceptable. Shawn was corrupt enough as it is, but this making up a hate crime to make his own son and Simona look worse than they actually were. That's pretty low, Sky. Even for a child abuser. I need to address this to the judge and call Savannah and Maria.
At the courthouse.
Well, Shawn Buford, it appears that there has been a huge misunderstanding. It's come to my attention from the commissioner that your son Deacon and Simona never assaulted Sakura out of racism and homophobia all along. And furthermore, the evidence shows that you were the one who forged that report, and that's an additional charge for falsification of police reports. How do you plead?
Not guilty. Why would I even forge a police report on a hate crime?
Not guilty, you say? Officer Hawk, show me the evidence.
Here it is, Your Honor.
Though it appears that Charles reported that Deacon and Simona assaulted Sakura Tanaka out of racism and homophobia, closer analysis reveals that the report was false, showing that based on the signature at the bottom right corner of this document, an innocent police officer has been wrongfully discredited even more. Thus, an act of forgery. Deacon Buford and Simona Easton, may you two come up to the stand, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
It was claimed here in this report that you two assaulted Sakura Tanaka out of racism and homophobia. In your own honest opinion, did you two do anything that was mentioned?
Well, in all honesty, those claims in the report were false. I may have dragged Storm out of the women's restroom out of homophobia, but Simona and I never assaulted Sakura.
As for the trial against my dad, we only played along with that claim because we were worried that no one would believe us when the truth is, we would never do such a thing. Mr. Buford fooled the entire police department so easily that it was our word against his.
And after when my dad got arrested, I got a phone call from him saying that if Simona and I'd ever told anyone that he falsified the report, he would shoot me the day he breaks out of prison and have Dan brutally assault Simona and stab her with the ruby dagger she brought with her during that mass assault against us.
Wait a minute. Deacon, are you saying that your father sent you and Simona a death threat over the phone?
Yeah. Pretty much.
I agree with Deacon. His dad's as crazy as mine.
Oh my goodness. Shawn, would you care to explain this death threat you made to your own son and his ex-girlfriend?
Your Honor, with all due respect, I, never really meant to say anything of the sort. I was just, angry with my son for all the crimes he committed, that's all.
Is that really a good reason for you to do such a horrible thing? Shawn, this is an act of a hardened criminal and an irredeemable child abuser. Someone with no remorse. You must really hate your son so much. Especially since you would go out of your way to make him feel suicidal and send him death threats. You did it on purpose. So, with the additional evidence made against you, and the complete lack of remorse on your face, I'm increasing your sentence to 90 years in prison. And even though Dan Easton's sentence will remain the same as it was before, I'm giving him an additional charge for forming a conspiracy with you. Officer Hawk, take him away.
Come on, you sick freak. Move it.
This ain't over, Deacon and Simona. You two just sign your death warrants. I'll be back.
Shut your mouth, you pig.
Well, at least that's settled. Court adjourned.